And go.
Greetings, UAW Local 31. This is the unemployment / sub layoff benefits update number three. So a lot of this information is going to speak to some of the challenges that we're already facing. Folks that were a part of the second shift or the first wave of the layoffs in November into December. We'll talk a little bit about that, but a lot of this information is going to be about the next wave of layoffs. The folks that if you're already laid off on the 10th of January, or you're facing that in this week, which is the 17th of January being your last day, and beyond. So we'll talk a little bit about that. First and foremost, a couple housekeeping items. I am here with Nancy Hicklin, Deidre Hawkins, our beautiful, wonderful, amazing, great things to them, because they have been absolutely wonderful during this time frame, and it has been challenging, okay? So I'm not just bloviating and blowing smoke. They really are working their tails off along with Miss Bobby over there to make sure that we got everything we need during this layoff. So another item of cleanup, we will have a workshop coming up. We will have an unemployment workshop, another one. We're actually going to do two. January 27th, January 28th, both days at the hall, 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., okay? So that's 2 days, 3 different time slots. That's 6 opportunities for you to get your tail up here and get some help and understand exactly what's going on, okay? We'll have a PowerPoint, we'll have a whole 9. We'll walk through the entire process. Again, January 27th, January 28th, 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m. Last but not least, anybody in this second wave of layoff, that means anybody that just recently got laid off, this January 10th, or being your last day, right? Or January 17th being your last day, or even in moving forward, everyone should already be creating an account, okay? That can take some time depending on what your circumstances are. You might have to go to the post office, hopefully not, but let's go ahead and get that process rolling. That is detailed in these packets, how to do that. We are available at the hall to kind of help you walk through that. If you need a computer or you just need somebody to walk you through, we can. And the benefit reps are available as well to kind of facilitate that. But everyone should already have an account or should be getting an account created, okay? That'll be extremely helpful when we get to that workshop on the 27th and 28th. We want to make sure that on that day, if you got problems, we can work through them. But more than anything, on those days, for the folks that really need it, we want to go ahead and be opening up your initial claim and things of that nature. So that will be helpful to have that account already done. With that, I will turn it over to the benefit reps to kind of take it away.
All right, we're going to start off with groups. Group A, Group B, Group C, okay? Yes, we had a typo on the date. You guys got it. Thank you. Okay, so being said, the typo was that you guys wanted your first claim, weekly claim, I guess we put 2/1, that should be 2/2/25. Then you're going to file your sub on 2/3/25. That's a Monday. Okay, again, thanks for catching that for us.
And that was Group B, by the way. So
Group B.
As it relates to Group B, one more time, Ms. Nancy.
Yes, you will,
File your weekly claim.
File your weekly claim, 2/2, and then you will file your sub on Monday, 2/3 for Group B.
And that is also Group B and Group C. So those two things, we had a little bit of a typo on that just to help clean that up for Miss Nancy.
Yep.
Group B and Group C are going to file a weekly claim starting on 2/2, which is a Sunday. And then you're going to be eligible to file for your sub on 2/3. I think we had 2/1 and 2/10. We just jacked it up. So if you got the packets and you're listening to this, take a pen, cross it out, 2/2, 2/3. Either one of those two groups, okay? Group B and Group C. Go ahead.
And I'm going to go ahead and skip with sub. You guys, this is frustrating. Frustrating. We submit sub on Mondays, right? If you have to do a manual weekly sub, this is the sheet right here. There's 3. You fill this out, type your name, your GMIN, week ending, whichever week it is you want filled out. If you have a typo, as far as you also need your monetary determination letter. Or if you have earnings from a non-GM job, you need to submit those pay stubs with this. Everything that you send to sub should be together, not one here, one there, one later. All documents have to be sent at one time. You can either fax that, or you could submit it under the upload documents under forms. It's always there, okay, on your sub page. Again, this is frustrating, you guys. Every night we're submitting 4 or 5. Again, I'm contacting people, Deidre and I. After we get done with the daily UE stuff, we start getting emails from unemployment, and we get emails from sub. So we start calling everyone, hunting down phone numbers, and getting the right information and sending that for you guys, all right? If you have any questions, please call us. Please come down here, and we will help you get this information together so you can take care of it at once, all right? Deidre?
Okay, so we have a new return to work date. May 12th, 2025 will be your new return to work date. So we wanted to make sure everybody know that date has been changed. It is now May 12th, 2025. That is your new return to work date. Number 2, if you are locked out of your claim and you can't get in online, you need to call the unemployment office. You need to talk to someone. You need to continue your claim week after week. So if you're locked out for 2 weeks, 1 week, you got to keep filing that weekly claim. So don't get locked out and don't do anything. That's the wrong thing to do. Call them, let the claim specialist open that claim, do the claim, put your jobs in there, complete that whole process, and then ask her to help you get unlocked. Because what we've got is a lot of people, they're locked out of the system. They go by 2 and 3 weeks. Well, at this point, now you're locked out, you're closed. You gotta reopen your claim, and the state of Kansas is saying they're not gonna go back and pick up those weeks. So if you're locked out of your system, go in, call them. You gotta just keep calling until you get someone, because you need to file your weekly claim each week. They will file it for you, they will put your jobs in there, and then you ask them and let them know that you are locked out and you need to get back into your claim. Number 2, when you do that, every time you talk with someone, a claim specialist, write the date, their names, the time that you spoke with them. So if Nancy, myself, or Bobby have to go in there and work with one of the claim specialists, we can let them know that we called about this account before and over again.
Right, because what's happening, you guys, is that they don't know where any of this stuff is. You call them and say, this person said this person said that, but they're telling you they don't have any, they're gonna enter your stuff and save it for you. Well, they're not doing it. So the problem is that when we call to try to fix this for you, we don't have any details for them. You know, so-and-so said this and we're supposed to put that in. Well, if he didn't do it, then we need to know why he didn't do it. So we can have them pull up these claims and start contacting these specialists so we can get down to the bottom of why they're not saving your guys' information. Because it's getting really frustrating when we call 2 weeks, 3 weeks later and arguing with them to get your guys' claims straightened out because they're not doing their job, okay?
Right, so take their names, the dates, who you talk with, what you talked about. Just, you need to document everything. Document your passwords, your questions, document everything, guys. You gotta write this stuff down because you might have to go back and use it to help you with your claim. The other thing, we're getting a lot of people that originally when you do your registration, you will sign up for direct deposit. For some reason, you may get a card issued to you anyway. If you get that card, keep the card. Don't go back into your account and re-push direct deposit, because what that's going to generate is another QR code. You're going to have to be identified and go to the post office. What we suggest you do, instead of you going into your claim and pushing the direct deposit, call them, let them know you originally set up direct deposit and that's what you want to stay with, and let them change it. We've noticed that it's better for the claim specialist to change anything in your account versus you changing it. Because once you go in there and you have to change something, it's more likely to send you another QR code where you're gonna have to go and be identified somewhere.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, and then like Nancy and Dante said, we'll be there to help you guys with anything, but kind of keep record and track of everything you do with the state of Kansas, because most likely we're gonna have to use that again.
And we know it's frustrating, you guys. Our phones are ringing off the hook. We're trying to get it to everyone as fast as we can. We understand what you're going through, so don't think we don't, because we're here. We're trying to help. Unfortunately, we can't do it for you, but we are wanting to help and we are trying. Okay.
Yep. So, thank you, ladies. First and foremost, I truly do appreciate all the efforts. And this been a, we started this thing 6 months before the layoff. Okay.
Right.
We started having these conversations with the state 6 months before the layoff. That's not an exaggeration. We're about 2 months in now, right?
Yeah.
And it has still been pretty rough, y'all. Y'all feeling it, okay? The only reason this has been going as smooth as it could be is because of those three ladies, these two that are on my right and left, and Miss Bobby, okay? So have a little patience. If you need assistance, they are here to help. They have throughout this entire process. We got folks at the hall that are volunteering to come up and help as well. We are all here to kind of get us through this, and we will get through it, okay? But it's going to require some patience, and I'm really frustrated with what we got going on at the state as well, and we're going to lean on them to make sure that they do what we need to do to maybe eventually get this law changed, but in the meantime, make sure that these processes are way better than they are right now. So thank you for your time. This has been the benefit update number 3. Anything else, ladies, for benefits? How we gonna run benefits moving forward? Anything?
No, and our time is gonna be Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 7:30. Someone will be in the office. You might have to come in because we're just kinda
Jam-packed.
and it's hard for us to get to the phones, but we will be open Monday from 6:30 to 7:30.
And if there's a holiday, we have the holiday off too.
Or if there's a holiday with
Yeah.
the state, you will not be able to call
Monday
them.
the 20th, definitely you will not be able to call
Yeah.
them.
So,
Yep. So don't call Miss Nancy's cell phone. Don't call Miss Deidre's cell phone. Talking about file my unemployment. Let them enjoy Martin Luther King holiday too.
please.
All right.
Go
Thank you.
Chiefs!
All right.
Go Lions.
Go
All right. Thank you for your
Chiefs.
time, y'all.
All right.